If you have a foreclosure being reported on your credit, then what you're about to discover could help you be able to buy a new home in just a few short weeks. So proceed with caution. A Florida man qualifies for new mortgage just 24 months after a short sale. See, a new and simple process known as the mortgage maker can help get the short sale monkey off your back in just a few short weeks and qualified to buy a new home. If you were forced to sell your house in the past at less than was owed on the mortgage, then buying a new home may not be a faraway dream after all. Selling your home at a discount is known as a short sale. And in the last few years, millions of people throughout the United States have had a foreclosure process started, and many times through no fault of their own. One client of ours, Art Jackson from Jacksonville, Florida, was transferred by his company to Dallas, Texas in the spring of 2008. Art was married, had 3 kids, all under the age of 12. He was going to make more money and loved the idea of going to Dallas. But since he bought his home in 2005, he was upside down and forced to sell for a loss. Unfortunately, the loss was to the tune of $47,352. Art had no way to bring this kind of money to the closing table. So his realtor helped him get his sale approved with his mortgage company by accepting less than the full amount due. This allowed Art and his family to move on to Dallas and begin their lives there through a process known as a short sale. Hi, my name's Herschel Bentley, and I've been fighting to help folks just like yourself buy a new home for over 30 years. National Credit Federation was founded almost 5 years ago as a direct result of the mortgage meltdown and economic hardship felt by millions. An attorney-based credit company where our mission is to help people get their credit back on its feet after a financial storm. See, we've been featured in USA Today, several other outlets such as CBS Money Watch, CNBC, Wall Street Money Watch, and the list goes on. We've got an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. But here's the bottom line. Short sales are happening more and more as the worst economy most of us have ever seen continues to wreak havoc and, quite frankly, be unmerciful to many families. That's why we created the Mortgage Maker program. It's helping countless people buy a new home when it seemed as there was no hope. Job loss, business failure, job transfer, divorce, and major medical problems can put undue financial stress on people that in the past were financially responsible. These kind of financial storms can hit at the most inopportune times and due to no fault of your own. Sometimes just bad stuff happens to good people. Now, here's the good and the bad when it comes to the big banks and mortgage companies. The good news is they're approving short sales to allow folks like the Jacksons to sell their home at a loss to the bank. And these banks are approving short sales for most areas around the country. However, there is some bad stuff, and this very possibly could affect you. These same banks and mortgage companies historically make mistakes. Seriously, this is not meant to make you laugh. It's just a simple fact. It's reported by the USPRG, a governmental research agency, that as high as 79% of all credit reports issued by the 3 major credit bureaus have errors that prevent people from buying the things they want and need. Most of the big mortgage companies are being sued by several state attorneys due to the mistakes, carelessness of how they've handled the foreclosure process. So really, should it come as a surprise that virtually all short sales are reported inaccurately? It's true. The credit bureaus report these sales as foreclosures, and they'll tell you they're just reporting what the lenders have reported to them. Let me say this again. The credit bureaus report these short sales as foreclosures, and they'll tell you that they're just reporting what the lenders have reported to them. Now, I'm not going to sit here and scream about these credit bureaus. You see, by law, they're supposed to validate everything on your credit report before they report it. Yes, by law, they're to ensure that your credit report is 100% accurate. It only seems fair, right? Well, today is not about all the 79% of all the reports that have mistakes being reported. Today is simply about your mortgage rating perhaps being reported inaccurately. See, many mortgage companies will approve you for a new home mortgage if you had a short sale on your primary residence and have kept your other credit current after just 24 months. But here's a dirty little secret. The misreporting is so prevalent, so commonplace, that most mortgage professionals, when looking at a new applicant's credit report, do not recognize it as a possible approvable loan. This careless mishandling or this careless handling of your most private information is the reason that your short sale is most likely reported as a foreclosure. This would mean automatic denial on a new home loan for at least 4 years. Click on here, listen to Dale Roberts. This is a client of ours that we helped. Dale has a tremendous, powerful story on exactly what he experienced, and what we find is his story is so similar to a lot of our clients. So what does this mean for you? Simply put, if you had the HUD-1 or the settlement statement and a payoff letter, or at least know the title company attorney that helped close your loan, we can help. Through our attorney-assisted mortgage maker program, we're going to challenge and fight on your behalf to get this misinformation corrected by the credit bureaus. Having the report show a short sale versus a foreclosure and rated correctly means you could be buying that new home of your dreams sooner than you thought. We'll prepare a challenge that's worked to this point 100% of the time. And while I can't sit here and tell you that percentage is going to last forever, because the credit bureaus, they're a nasty bunch. They make more money when they have more bad stuff to report. But I guess that's really a tale for another day. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to personally guarantee you this. At the conclusion of your 6-month NCF member term, or upon your approval, the service agreement is going to be considered fulfilled and fee earned. However, if the targeted mortgage trade line has not been corrected, we're going to refund 100% of your National Credit Federation fee. You have my promise on that. Mortgage professionals with years of experience have tried and failed fighting this battle for their clients. Bottom line, fact is, most fail at this. Tangling with the credit bureaus is no small task. We've helped thousands of people correct inaccuracies and other negative issues, keeping them from buying the things they want or need. As a matter of fact, we have over 300 members that have left their testimonials right on our website. We know that the credit bureaus, what they're looking for, and exactly what to say to ensure getting the results you need, and we look forward to helping you. Your investment to correct this problem that will prevent you from buying a new home anytime soon is just $397. And usually, we're going to have this wrapped up within 30 to 45 days for you. Now, as in any legal challenge, we may have to go in for a second or perhaps even a third round of disputes. But usually, the Mortgage Maker program is completed with just one legal corrective challenge dispute. If you're wanting a new home in the next few months and had a short sale, then the Mortgage Maker could be the answer for you. If for any reason we cannot help you or are unsuccessful in achieving the results you need, we'll graciously refund you 100%. How much more fair can this be? If you've read enough, heard enough, get started now. You've got nothing to lose with our 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. If we don't get you results, you don't pay. How are you going to feel being approved for a new home loan as early as next month? If that excites you, don't delay. It's time to get started. And if you're listening to this, I'm going to tell you something that not everybody's going to get. But because you're listening, and if you sign up within the next 24 hours, here's what I'm going to do for you. We're going to give you a full review of your credit report, and we're going to recommend at least 2 things that are specific for your case on how you can push your credit scores even higher. Okay, that's it. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Let's get started.